You know, it's a shame. The Browns have to get rid of an elite NFL player, an elite receiver, because Baker Mayfield mentally cannot function with him on the field. He doesn't even have the same attitude on the field. Without Beckham, you could just see it all last season. As soon as he went out of the Cincinnati game, you could just see it physically. You could see it in the way he was throwing the ball. You could see it this year. As soon as Beckham came, he started holding the ball. It ruins him. And that's an indictment on Baker Mayfield being mentally weak or whatever. I don't know. I still can't get it. It's like he's so obsessed with trying to keep him happy. And I don't even blame Odell Beckham. It's not Beckham's fault. All receivers want the ball. But he doesn't have that problem with Jarvis Landry for some reason. And I thought when Jarvis Landry got hurt, Beckham will just slide into that spot and he won't have that problem because he won't have to keep two guys happy. But our quarterback can't function with Beckham on the field. He can't. And it's evident. I've seen Baker Mayfield function great when Beckham's not on the field. And I'm not talking if he's out of the game for like 2 or 3 plays. I'm talking when Beckham's not in the game plan because he's injured. Mayfield's a different quarterback, and numbers don't lie. You look at his rookie year, Baker Mayfield was a stud. He was in a shotgun. He was lighting them up. He was playing like these other quarterbacks that win games. And then Stefanski or Freddie Kitchens comes, and we blame Freddie Kitchens. But it wasn't Freddie Kitchens. It coincided with the arrival of Odell Beckham. Freddie Kitchens might not have been the best coach. He might have been a bad coach, but in no way was it Freddie Kitchens' fault. It was all on Baker Mayfield. As soon as Odell Beckham Jr. arrived to Cleveland, Baker Mayfield, for whatever reason it is, he can't function with them, and he became a horrible quarterback. Last year, we started the season 3-1. We were about to lose at Cincinnati. If you look at the play that Beckham got injured on, Mayfield threw in the triple coverage. He was forcing the ball to him. He goes out, and what's Mayfield do? He goes on a streak, 22 out of 23, 5 TDs, and he plays great the rest of the year. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, he had 3 bad games in a row. They were fucking hurricane weather games. You take away them 3 games, he would have had way better numbers. Trust me, those games were horrible weather. We're talking 50-mile-an-hour wind. In fact, the scores are very indicative of how bad the weather was because it was low score on both teams. I think we went 2-1 of those games, but still, Mayfield's a different player with Beckham in the game. With Beckham, he is. You can't deny it. You look at his rookie year and last year without Beckham, he's got like 20 more touchdowns, 20 or 30 more touchdowns than interceptions. With Beckham, his numbers are like 24 touchdowns and 24 interceptions or 23 interceptions. He can't play with Beckham. I know it. I've seen it. I said it all along. I knew it wasn't a good match. I knew this wasn't a good match. But it's a shame that our quarterback is probably the only one in NFL history that would have a problem playing with 2. I just don't get it. I can't place my finger on it. But it's an indictment on Baker. It's not on Beckham. It's not on Freddie Kitchens. It's on Baker. Stefanski's generally regarded as a good coach. He can't even make it work as much as he tries. So you know what? We have to cut ties with Beckham. We have to go to him and say, accommodate him. Where do you want to go? We'll try to make it because I'm not trying to penalize Beckham, send him to some fucking shit place unless I can benefit my team and get whatever I can. I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to punk Beckham. It's not Beckham's fault. It's Mayfield's fault. And there's no way you're going to correct it during the season. You got to win. We can't. It's a shame that we have to trade away an elite player because Mayfield is mentally fucked. Because when Beckham's on the field, he's not the same player. He's not the same player. You could just see he doesn't even have that same look to him. He just looks unsure of himself. And you seen it the other day on the typical play. He scrambled to his right. He had Felton wide open for the first down in the flat, just sitting there, no one around him. Easy first down. He had his eyes downfield on Beckham. And then he actually ran up the middle and got sacked or for like a 1-yard loss or whatever. He had his eyes on Beckham the whole time. And what that does, it causes him to miss his reads. So there's no way to fix it. There's no way. It's been 3 fucking years, 2.5 years. It's time to move on from Beckham. I'm sorry, it is. And it's not Beckham's fault. It's not Beckham's fault. Everyone said, I think I said Beckham is a cancer before, and I was wrong. He's not. It's not his fault at all. It's an indictment on Baker Mayfield's frame of mind. For some reason, he can't play with them, and we have to move on from him. If we don't move on from him, we're going to waste this whole season trying to make it work, and it's never going to work. Trust me, it's never going to work. Baker doesn't have the mental toughness to make it work, and that's not a good trait for your quarterback to have a weak-minded mentally, because he's not mentally tough. When Baker Mayfield hears someone chirping about him, he always has to respond. And Mayfield's not a mentally tough person. He isn't. I'm sorry. And that's an indictment on how weak-minded it is. And I wish it wasn't the case because I like Mayfield. I like his arm talent. But with Beckham in the game, he's not even a viable quarterback. He's actually horrible. So I think the Browns and Kevin, I think they watch my videos, and I think they have to see this. We got to shop Beckham around. I don't care, trade him to wherever. I'm not trying to make him happy. And if Jarvis Landry isn't happy, well, whatever. Because if you look at Mayfield's rookie year, listen, he had Antonio Callaway, Rashard Higgins, I forget the other guy, Darren Fells. He had guys that were pedestrian besides Jarvis Landry. And he fucking set rookie touchdown records. And he threw for like 3,500. I mean, trust me, in 13 games. The guy can play the game. But for whatever reason, it's time to move on from Odell. And I hope they do it soon. Because it's just, Odell, he wants, Odell, he wants to win, but he wants touches. And it's just not going to work in Cleveland. So, Andrew Berry, find the best deal possible. Trade him. I don't care. Trade him to Baltimore. I don't give a fuck. I have enough confidence in our defense and our Mayfield without Beckham. That will be fine, trust me. Because you've seen it. When Mayfield played the first 2 games, he was fine. Beckham comes in, he went to hell. So, Andrew Berry, make the move. You have my permission and my consent.